Alright, so it's finally happening, and after years of being ignored, and after years of nerfs, and after losing its throne to a newer, stronger predator, the Giga is officially getting a TLC update in 2026. And honestly, it's about time, because if you've been playing ARK Survival Evolved or ARK Survival Ascended for any amount of time, you already know the Giga isn't just another dinosaur, it was ARK. And today we're going to dive deep into the rise of the Giga, how it became the most feared creature in ARK history, how it slowly lost its dominance and why the Carcharodontosaurus replaced it, and what happened in the Extra Life 2025 vote, and finally why the 2026 TLC update might completely change everything. If you enjoyed today's video, feel free to drop a like and subscribe, and let's dive into the Giga update. So let's rewind back when ARK was in its prime, because there was one creature that stood above everything else, the Giga. Not a boss, not a tech creature, not some fantasy dragon, just pure, raw, unstoppable power. And when the Giga was first introduced, it wasn't just strong, it was terrifying. Massive health pool, insane damage, rage mechanic that punishes mistakes, and the ability to wipe entire tribes if things went wrong. This wasn't a tame you casually picked up, this was, if we mess this up, everything is gone, and that is why it made it so special. The Giga wasn't just strong, it created moments. Everyone has a Giga story. Losing one to rage, watching it turn on your tribe, using it in massive PvP wars, or finally taming your first one after hours of prep. It became the endgame goal, the raid meta, the status symbol, and if you had a Giga, you were dangerous. But here's the thing, the Giga didn't stay king forever. Over the years, it didn't evolve, it didn't get stronger, and it didn't get new abilities, it just got nerfed. Wildcards started adjusting the Giga repeatedly, damage tweaks, rage changes, stat balancing, breeding limitations, and while some of these were needed, it slowly chipped away at what made the Giga feel unstoppable. Meanwhile, the game was still evolving, and other creatures started catching up. New dinos weren't just strong, they had new mechanics, abilities, utility, unique combat advantages, and the Giga still just bite and rage. No mobility tricks, no special mechanics, and no versatility, and just raw damage in a game that was becoming way more complex. Then came the creature that changed everything, the Carcharodontosaurus, and this was the moment the Giga truly lost its crown. The Carcharodontosaurus wasn't just another big carnivore, it was faster to build momentum, more interactive to play, rewarding for skill, and honestly just more fun. With its blood rage mechanic and stacking damage and mobility, it felt like the next evolution of what the Giga should have been. And here's the key point, the Carchar felt like what the Giga should have become. Slowly the community started shifting and PvP players leaned towards the Carchar, PvE players found it more engaging, and content creators used it more. And the Giga just became outdated, still strong, still useful, but no longer the king of ARK. Then came something huge, the Extra Life 2025 charity event. One of the biggest events of ARK ever throughout the year, and this time round the community could donate but also put votes towards what creature they want to get a TLC in the game. In first place was the Aranio Spider, and honestly it's deserved because it has an outdated model, minimal usefulness, and it needed a full rework, and we already know that the updated dossier is now officially in the game, which means it's coming very soon, and I expect this to be launching in the next few weeks. In second place is the Quetzal, and it's another iconic creature that's been left behind. Huge potential for aerial gameplay, transport improvements, and new mechanics. But then of course in third place is the Giga. And here's the key detail that most people miss, because there are 5 creatures being updated, so even though the Giga came third, it is 100% confirmed to receive a TLC. It's not a maybe if, it's definitely 100% happening. So this isn't just another update, this is one of the most important creature updates ARK has ever done. Because the Giga represents ARK's identity, its history, and some of the most iconic gameplay moments in the ARK community. If they get this right, they don't just buff a dinosaur, they restore a legend. Now the Giga right now feels outdated, it lacks interaction, and has no depth compared to the newer creatures. It needs mechanics, identity, and a reason to exist beyond raw damage. Now let's talk about the exciting part, because this is the 2026 TLC update for the Giga. Now, this is almost guaranteed new visuals, an updated model, better textures, and more detailed animations, especially in ARK Survival Ascended. The Giga has potential to look absolutely insane. Now, this is where everything properly changes, because the new abilities have many different possible additions. Controlled rage system, charge attacks, raw buffs / debuffs, bleed or stacking damage, environmental interactions, something that makes it more than just a bite machine. This is the big one, and the Giga clearly needs identity again. Not just the big dino damage, but something like literally being a raid specialist in the game, high risk, high reward type predator. And let's be real, the Giga has earned this. For years it carried ARK, and for years it defined PvP, PvE and endgame progression, and for years players have been asking, when is the Giga getting updated? Now we finally have the answer. It's 2026, a full TLC, new visuals, new abilities, and a new identity. If Wildcard get this right, the Giga doesn't just come back, it takes its crown, and it will be interesting to see a battle between the new Giga and the Carcharodontosaurus. Let me know what you want to see from the Giga TLC. Should it be stronger than the Carchar? Should it be more skill based, or should it just stay the same, just a bit more modernized? If you enjoyed today's video, feel free to drop a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one, and I will keep you updated completely on when we're going to be expecting the official release of the Giganto update. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't seen the current vote standings, in number 1 was the Aranio Spider, in number 2 was the Quetz, in 3rd was the Giga, in 4th was the Therizinosaurus, and in 5th was the Megalosaurus. In 6th was the Gallimimus, in 7th was the Allosaurus, the Pelagonus was in 8th, the Thyla was in 9th, and the Bronto finished in 10th. The top 5 official creatures, which was the Aranio, Quetz, Giga, Theri, and Megalosaurus, will all be getting TLCs this year, as we raised over $200,000 for Extra Life 2025. The ARK community has now raised over $200,000 for Extra Life, our highest total ever. With that milestone reached, the 5th and final TLC creature is officially locked in. They're going to be sharing more information over time about all of these creatures. Once they finally get the Aranio Spider added into the game, it will be time to ready up the Quetz and give the Quetz its very much needed TLC. Studio Wildcard have mentioned that throughout the next few years, other creatures will be getting small TLCs, but it's this 5 that will actually be getting the full reworks and everything you would want to see with a TLC. Out of all of those 5 creatures, not just the Giga, what would you truly love to see with all 5 of those? For me, the Giga is my favourite, and I'm seriously excited to see what type of battle machine this can become, but there are many awesome other creatures in there, and the Therizinosaurus could potentially end up being a little bit more chilling, just like the versions we've seen in Jurassic World. Anyway, this is officially the end of the video now. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.